The latest chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga has now brought to us Moro's final form. Frieza had this, Cell had this, Buu had this, and Moro has this, his official pinnacle form. He started out as this decrepit old man, and after stealing the energy of Goku and Vegeta, his body bulks up to this toned form with a shorter beard. He then proceeds to absorb a great deal of Planet Namek's energy, which then brings him to a form where his beard has become just a goatee. Haha, see what they did there? Cause he's a goat. Once he absorbs all of Planet Namek's energy, he becomes clean shaven, and that is what we believe to be his final form. But switch over to chapter 61, and we now have this, Moro's ultimate and pinnacle form. To achieve this form, he literally consumed the android 7-3 and has now absorbed him, a bit like how Majin Buu absorbs people, adds their power to his own, and also takes on their traits. The reason for this was because he had 7-3 copy both his magic and his combat power, and consuming him allowed Moro full access to all of 7-3's powers as well. This means Moro is now back to his original strength, and is now also able to use Android 7-3's powers, meaning he has the ability to copy up to 3 people's powers by grabbing their necks. Moro is now even more powerful than he's ever been. He could grab Goku, Piccolo and Vegeta by the necks and have every technique they know at his disposal, on top of his already high power. At this point, our main characters seem pretty screwed without a new transformation or Goku mastering Ultra Instinct, but I do believe that Toyotaro is aware of how much fans feel like Vegeta deserves to finally kill a main villain, and so I think that while Vegeta may currently be down, he will inevitably be the one to defeat Moro, and here's how. His new technique is known as Forced Spirit Fission, and Goku tells us that it tears apart things that combined through either fusion or absorption. Vegeta tells us that he can separate Piccolo from Kami and Nail through this technique, meaning it can be used to separate people. Honestly, if Goku had learned this technique on Yardrat, he would have been able to defeat both Cell and Majin Buu way more easily, because he could have split Cell from the 2 androids as he absorbed them, and Buu from Mystic Gohan, Gotenks, Piccolo and maybe even the Great Lord of Lords himself when they first met. Speaking of the Lord of Lords, he is actually part of my first theory. This arc showed that there is still essence of him inside Majin Buu, so I thought Vegeta would use his new technique to actually separate him from Buu and have the Great Lord of Lords use his special technique that seals away Moro's magic. But then I remembered that his magic went to the evil kid Buu when they split, and that magic is now inside Ooh. This means the only way to defeat Moro is to actually separate him from 7-3, because remember, Vegeta said he can separate fused or absorbed beings, for example Piccolo and the other Namekians. And since Moro absorbed 7-3, that means Vegeta's new technique should be able to separate Moro from him. Now I do believe that to actually separate beings probably requires a lot more energy and maybe time to charge up, so I believe this is how the rest of the arc will play out. The rest of the warriors will be trying to buy time for Vegeta to use the technique to split Moro from 7-3, and then finally defeat Moro once and for all. Or maybe we'll get another plot twist after that, who knows. But that's pretty much my theory on how the rest of the arc is going to go down, so let me know what you think. And remember, if you lot want some wavy looking anime t-shirts, hoodies or accessories, be sure to check out Kaioken Clothing in the link below using the code TELWI for 10% off, and be sure to follow my Instagram at SirTCBibs. So once again, I appreciate you man taking your time to watch this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and bless.